Trump your guy, it's okay, but you're going to want to say your piece in the end about the whole idea of backing out of your deal with the MAGA base. In general, what the American people want is that peace of mind, not pieces of crap explaining your way in circles, not a piece of information you promised, not piecing together a way to ruin everything in the U.S. government, and it seems like a piece of your blonde wig is out there while bits of the Epstein files and connections to parties linger in the air, calling for a piece that reflects who you truly are, rather than being tied to pieces of your past choices, and it leaves us longing for clarity from our next POTUS because this illusion is fading fast. As you stand there perhaps contemplating your next move amidst swirling controversies surrounding the Epstein files and the implications of your past, the American people are yearning not for pieces of half-truths or distractions, but for genuine leadership that embodies the promise of peace without the weight of questionable connections, sending a clear message that this is about more than just political survival. It's your legacy at stake, with every decision echoing through the halls of history, leaving an impression that either uplifts or diminishes the trust placed in you by millions. The looming shadows of conspiracy, coupled with the weight of unfulfilled promises, create an atmosphere rife with speculation, forcing you to reflect on how each piece of your narrative contributes to the story that is unfolding, while the American people watch and wait, hoping for clarity amidst the swirling chaos, realizing that it's not just about appeasing a base or deflecting criticism with half-baked explanations. Rather, it's about crafting a vision that resonates truthfully with the nation's desire for accountability, all while the next chapter of your presidency hangs delicately in the balance as you navigate the storm created by the pieces of your past. In the solitude of that dimly lit office, surrounded by a swirl of thoughts and documents that echo both your triumphs and failures, you must confront the reality that leadership is more than just a show. It's about bridging the divide, recognizing that the American flag now reflects a nation torn between unwavering loyalty and sharp dissent, pushing you to consider whether the pieces you've assembled around you are truly capable of guiding a reconciliatory path forward, or if they will ultimately lead to an inevitable unraveling, as your legacy teeters on the edge of history's judgment, waiting for decisive action and honest reflection. As you stand at that rally, the cheers of your loyal supporters surround you, reminding you of the passion that ignited your rise to power. Yet this fervor is juxtaposed with the isolating reality of standing alone on a debate stage where you must face challenging inquiries about your decisions, your integrity, and the narratives that swirl around you like storm clouds, urging you to navigate these tumultuous waters with a steady hand, lest the very foundations of your authority crack under the weight of expectations and unresolved controversies, compelling the nation to yearn for authenticity in an age rife with uncertainty. In that boardroom, the eyes of your advisors are fixed on you, each expression a silent reminder of the stakes involved in the decisions you make, showcasing the gravity of leadership as you weigh options that impact millions, while outside those walls, the echoes of protesters fill the air with demands for accountability, their signs emblazoned with calls for transparency, drawing a stark line between the expectations of your presidency and the reality of public sentiment, leaving you to ponder whether your ability to lead will be defined by how you respond to these pressures, or by the pieces of an increasingly complex puzzle that surrounds your political journey. At that press conference, the bright lights of cameras flash incessantly, each click a reminder of the scrutiny under which you operate, as journalists eagerly await your responses to their pointed questions, forcing you to reconcile the complexities of your identity as a leader with the disparate narratives that swirl around you. While behind the scenes, the image in the fractured mirror represents not just your own reflection, but the myriad of perceptions that exist within the American consciousness, challenging you to decide whether to conform to the expectations of your public persona or to embrace a more authentic representation of who you are amid the escalating demands for clarity and integrity. As you step out of the White House, the resolute expression on your face signals your commitment to addressing the nation once more, knowing that each moment is a pivotal opportunity to reconnect with the American people amidst growing uncertainty. While in various discussions, that empty chair at the round table serves as a haunting reminder of the perspectives and voices that need to be heard, challenging you to remember that true leadership requires listening just as much as it does speaking, urging you to foster dialogue that bridges divides instead of widening them, shaping the narrative of your time in office. In that town hall meeting, your animated discourse and direct engagement with citizens create a fleeting moment of connection as hands raise for questions, demonstrating the power of dialogue to bridge gaps. Yet this intimacy finds itself starkly contrasted by the divided crowd outside. One side rallying with fervent support for your vision, while the other protests vigorously against it, highlighting the critical need for unity in a time when voices are increasingly fractured, compelling you to reflect on how the pieces of your presidency must come together to mend the nation's fabric rather than further tear it apart, urging you to consider how your actions and words will resonate far beyond the walls of any single event.